Welcome to today's deep dive. So, to watch a perfectly seamless 4K movie in your living room, the editing bay that actually created it had to manage a data traffic jam so intense that the translation devices literally act as space heaters.
Yeah, they run incredibly hot.
Right. And today we're looking at a source from HDTV Supply for a device called the AJA Hi5-4K-Plus.
Which is basically the invisible high-stakes bridge that makes professional 4K video editing and monitoring possible in the first place.
Exactly. Our mission today is to uncover how this thing actually works. Because looking at the specs here, okay, let's unpack this. This box is just 5.7 inches wide, but it costs $865.
Yeah, it is definitely not cheap.
I mean, why am I paying that much for what looks to the naked eye like just a chunky dongle?
Well, it really comes down to the sheer volume of visual data. You see, this isn't just a simple cable adapter. It's an enterprise-grade real-time translator.
Right, between massive professional video gear and the standard HDMI displays we all have in our homes.
Exactly. Because professional cameras, they output uncompressed, raw video. The source mentions the input is quad 3G SDI.
Which sounds intense.
Oh, it is. That means the data stream is so massive, it literally requires 4 separate heavy-duty cables just to carry the signal from the camera.
Wait, 4 cables? So you have this massive 4-lane highway of raw video just screaming out of a piece of pro gear.
Yeah, exactly.
How does this tiny box cram all that 4-lane traffic into a single HDMI 2.0 lane for a standard 4K TV to even understand?
What's fascinating here is the mechanism. It has to synchronize those 4 distinct video signals down to the absolute millisecond.
Wow.
Yeah, it literally stitches the feeds from those 4 separate SDI cables together so the pixels align perfectly on a single screen.
So it's outputting a flawless 60 frames per second, 12-bit workflow image without a single millisecond of delay.
You got it. Doing that saves editors from having to buy wildly expensive specialized 4K SDI monitors.
Ah, I see. So it's like having 4 separate artists painting 4 corners of a massive canvas simultaneously.
That's a really great way to put it.
And this box is the conductor perfectly syncing their brush strokes so you just can't see the seams.
That completely captures the process. They can pipe that heavy professional feed directly into a high-quality but standard HDMI display.
Okay, but we talked about stitching the video together, and the real processing heavy lifting actually comes from the invisible data riding alongside that video. Here's where it gets really interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely not just moving pixels around.
Right, it's wrangling billions of color shades and spatial sound.
Exactly. That is where that 12-bit workflow comes in. We aren't talking about millions of colors. I mean, 12-bit means billions of color shades.
Billions. That is just wild.
And plus, the box is generating HDR10 and HLG color metadata on the fly, pixel by pixel, 60 times a second.
While simultaneously managing 8-channel, 24-bit Dolby Atmos audio.
Yes, all at once.
Which brings me to the physical design in the manual. There's a specific warning that the box uses convection cooling and gets very warm to the touch.
It definitely does get warm.
If it's just passing data through, I'm struggling to see how a device without moving parts turns into a literal space heater.
Well, because pass-through implies it's passive, right? And it's absolutely not passive.
Oh, right.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, we have to remember the physical reality of digital data. Doing the constant math to sync 4 uncompressed cables, map billions of colors, and place immersive audio takes about 12 watts of power.
So that physical heat you feel on the metal casing is the literal byproduct of crunching 4K reality in real time, like it's sweating from the effort.
Yeah, we hide a massive amount of processing power in plain sight just to make complex digital environments look totally effortless.
Unbelievable. So what does this all mean? Well, for you, the listener, the next time you sit back on your couch and enjoy a stunning, color-perfect 4K movie, remember the editing bay.
Yeah, think about all that hidden hardware.
Right. Remember that hot little boxes like the AJA Hi5-4K-Plus were running in the background, just sweating it out, ensuring the director's pristine vision translated perfectly to your screen.
They really are the unsung, overheated heroes of modern media.
They really are. It leaves us with something to think about, though. As our display resolutions inevitably push past 4K to 8K and beyond, will this data gap between professional production cables and consumer cables just keep widening?
That is the big question.
Or will we eventually be forced to invent a single universal language for all video? Until then, we'll keep relying on these heavy-duty translators to keep our window into other worlds perfectly clear.